almost falls down. Throws to the end zone. Owen! Owen! Owen!
It will change, and I'm not trying to tell you something. It's going to change. It's not like that, okay? But I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change, and it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions.
Smith in the gun, McGraw on his left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown, 49! Vernon Davis with the play of his life. It all comes to this fourth down. 4th and 4 at the San Francisco 10. Ryan in a shotgun. Rodgers to his left. 3 receivers right. Ryan takes the snap. Looking, pressure, throws middle. Broken up by Navarro Bowman. And the 49ers silence the house.
And here we are, you fucking gold-blooded cunts. I'm Daddy, and I'm gonna fucking prove my ownership over you fucking cunts right now. When we talk about the gold-blooded locks of the week, my dick was swinging so hard all year. I ended this bitch on a 9-week win streak. I ended up at 15 and motherfucking 2. The podcast as a whole ended up 63 and 22.
Picking against the spread.
You fucking people could have fed your fucking children off our picks this year. And what do? You break our stones. You don't send us Patreon money. You're a bunch of fucking cucks is what it is. Because we're fucking over here picking fucking winners. We went 4 out of 5 this week. If it wasn't for fucking weakling Steve, we would have fucking won it. We would have fucking ended real strong. But we take what we can get.
All 4 wins by road teams, too.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Daddy picked the fucking Niners. You know we got that one. Rob, he picked the fucking Raiders.
They lost, but only by 1.
Oh, sneaky. They caught out a back door. Chris, he had the Titans. They dominated down there. Curran, he picked the fucking Eagles. Yeah, couldn't be that hard to see that one. Giants suck dicks. And Steve, he went with my pick of the Bills, but wasn't the right time. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the 4 playoff games for you.
Yep.
All right. So the first game that I have would be the Bills, correct?
Bills-Texans.
The Bills at the Texans. The Texans are favored by 3. Daddy?
Big return of who? J.J. Watsky.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck him. I'm going with Frank Gore and the Bills.
All right.
I'm up next, it looks like. I will also go with Frank Gore and the Bills.
I like how it could be any.
No, it can't be anyone.
No, it can't. No,
The only person on the entire team that matters is Frank Gore.
In that whole game.
The rest of agreed. That entire stadium could disintegrate as long as Frank Gore made it out alive. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, with 50 yards on 6 carries.
It is so insane that every single year the Texans play in this early slate on wild card weekend. Like every single year, the Texans just own this slate. Like,
well, they might win, but they're not going to win by 3.
The least amount of people that care about them. I'm taking Houston. I'm taking playoff experience over new up-and-comers. I like what the Bills have done this year. I think that they're an impressive build, impressive turnaround. I just don't think that they can quite muster up a playoff win just yet. Maybe next year.
He's hurt because they lost him the last week.
Next up, Titans at Patriots.
All right, Titans at Patriots. The Patriots are favored by 5. I'm taking the fucking Titans. Patriots win, but only by 2.
I'm going to go Patriots. I would take the Titans if the Patriots didn't just lose to the Dolphins.
No, I hear it.
I know, right?
And for a bye, too. That mattered. That game mattered to them.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't think it's going to be a dominating victory.
Yeah, I struggle, even if I do think the Patriots are going to win. I struggle seeing them cover by 5 points. I know it's in Foxborough, but I'm taking Titans.
I'm going to do the Pats.
Chris takes the Pats. Okay. On to the next game, which is the Vikings at the Saints, with the Saints being favored by 7.5.
Chris, this is a very impressive chart.
You like that?
I like it.
Right in the brain.
Nice and clean and understandable.
It's also impressive that it's not in Excel.
Yeah.
I made
It's
my
very
own Excel.
aesthetically pleasing. Good work.
Thank you.
Really
Let's wait and see how the bottom half looks, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Really means nothing to me.
You might look over and you might be face down on the keyboard, so let's go easy.
Could have written this on crayon on the back of a garbage bag. I'm taking the motherfucking Saints, believe it or not. They're going to cover that.
You want to say the line?
7.5. I said it.
Rob.
Same. They're going to blow them out.
Same. I'm saying the Saints cover.
Same here.
All right. Seahawks, Eagles. At Eagles, Seahawks favored by 1.5.
Copy and paste, buddy. Come on.
I was interested in seeing this line would move because I checked it a few days ago, 1.5. It has not budged. Has remained 1.5.
I'm taking the Eagles here. It's hard to be an underdog at home. I think they're going to win the game.
I think the same. I think Seattle stepped up this week because it was a Niner game at home with the crowd. I think their injuries are just too much.
Yeah. And if you recall how Seattle played against the Niners earlier in the season in Santa Clara.
Not the same.
And they
better
played
than
their asses
for
off
sure.
that night to win
They
that
juice
game.
it up a little more.
And how they played in this past game is not indicative of how they've looked throughout the course of the season. This is a game where this year's Seattle team loses.
Yeah.
Not easily, but yeah, I'm taking the Eagles plus 1.5. But I would say out of all the spreads, this is the line I struggled with the most.
I'm also going Eagles.
Wow, clean sweep Eagles.
Oh.
So how many different picks do we have?
Not a lot.
Not many.
Chris and I are the same.
Yeah, clean sweep on Saints and Eagles, but we split Titans, Patriots, half and half, and I'm the only one that took Houston to cover -3.
So I got to say this. We talk about superstitions the past few weeks. Baby and I have our playoff superstitions in order, the jerseys that we're going to be wearing, and our apparel for the games. I'm going to be rocking the Jimmy G throughout this playoff run
Why?
because I wore it last night.
Okay.
Or, the other game. I've wore it a couple times this season. The only time they lost when we wore it was in Baltimore. So I'm
And you guys didn't watch that game, so.
right. So correct. So but baby, I got her rocking the poncho throughout the playoffs. She wore the poncho the other night and it worked. So the poncho stays on baby's back and I'm rocking the Jimmy G.
Speaking of jerseys, it was the first time in 5 years that I broke out my away white Navarro Bowman jersey. And how fitting it was for Dre Greenlaw to end a play like that, a play that Navarro Bowman probably would have looked similar on making.
So I've gone the opposite. I've gotten away from superstitions.
Yep.
I used to have very strict superstitions come and go, but I've gone the opposite. I don't wear a jersey during the game because I'm home by myself and no one's going to see it. But if I go out in public on game day, I'm wearing a jersey.
Yep.
I want everyone to know.
Yep. Even if
who
you
they're
go out in the morning.
Whatever. Want them to know who they're dealing with.
Yep.
But when I'm home watching the game, just comfortable.
What about a Saturday before a game? Or Saturday going out and we're playing Sunday?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Sunday only.
I'll wear a hat.
Yeah.
I let everybody know who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
But a jersey is a game day only for me.
I really throw on jerseys for games that I'm really jacked up about. Even if I'm home and nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
see
do it at home. I just feel a little weird at home by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm usually in like comfortable shorts or something.
Yeah.
It'd be really weird for me to be walking
The
around
other
in
thing
a jersey.
is, on job
Do
sites.
you make your kids wear jerseys on Sunday?
No.
No? Do they?
The only kids
Sometimes?
the only kids jersey I have is a cap.
Okay.
The other thing is go walking on the job sites. You don't want to go overboard. You don't want to be that guy, but you also want to let motherfuckers
Are you talking about
know.
like a big jacket with all these patches all over it?
I'm talking about anything.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll either just rock the scarf or just a beanie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just so everybody on the job site knows.
Let 'em all
and
know.
then if I get called out, I always drop my pants on a job site to show them the tattoo. Like I don't care if it's 5 degrees.
Yeah.
I pull my thermals off. I let my balls hang out. Like no cocksucker, this is tatted here. You fuck. All right.
So, mystery quote? You want to do mystery quote first? Or do you want to review?
Before we do anything,
Okay.
I would just like to reiterate something that's probably going to upset Joe a little bit.
Nothing upsets me.
If you recall, there was a time, and the place might have been right here, where Joe told us that the I'll let Joe reword it in case I get it wrong, that the Browns from Cleveland had a brighter future than the 49ers from San Francisco. Give or take some wording on that?
He doubled down. I mean, saying that another team has a brighter
I
future
forget
than
what the wording was.
What I had said was at the end of last year, I believe, I said it's more exciting or something along those lines to be a Browns fan,
Right.
like
Something-
than
whatever.
a Niners fan, right? Yeah.
So
the outlook is better.
So the Browns from Cleveland, who right now don't have a head coach, have asked permission to interview 3 of the San Francisco 49ers assistant coaches for their head coaching job.
I've heard
3.
Yeah, but hold on. I've heard that's been. It really is only one. It's only Salah. I know. I hear what you're saying, but I have the article right here. So
I heard Mike LaFleur and Mike McDaniel.
No problem.
And I do recall...
Which means the Browns wish they were the 49ers.
Joe also said, flat out, Shanahan and Lynch ain't the answer.
I did not fucking say that. You find me the fucking audio. And no, hold on. Fuck you, because I put my people on it. And you know what they said? The fucking audio doesn't exist.
My people.
That's right. You got people. I got people.
Matterson, find it. Matterson.
You put whoever
find
you
it.
want on it. I didn't fucking say it. I questioned it. And that's what I'll get mad about. Because I asked the question. Hey, are these motherfuckers? Hey, we're 3-13. Hey, last year we were fucking 5-11. Whatever the fuck it was. I questioned.
Okay, so if we find that audio,
Yeah.
whose piss are you drinking?
Nobody's.
All of ours, everybody in this room. We all, just a little...
You just definitively said there's no way you said it. That
I
means,
didn't.
What are you afraid to bet
Then who's sucking my dick at this table when you don't fucking find it? Yeah, I'll drink piss, sure. You suck my fucking balls. Backside, cunts. Motherfucker. I know what I say. Listen, I'm a fucked up cunt. I know it. But I chose my words so carefully every time because I knew what could happen. I'm not a dumb fuck. Everybody, yeah, Joey, I dumb fucking fuck. Ugh. I know. But trust me on this one, boys. Trust me. I did not say it. I came dangerously close. Dangerously. I skirted that line.
You probably said something like they might not be.
Right. Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah.
Fucking qualifier, fucking cunt.
All right, so we doing mystery quote or we doing review of both predictions?
Do whatever you want.
Mystery quote it up.
All right, I got quite a few.
It wasn't me that said.
No great ones, but they're okay. So this is a current head coach in the NFL being asked...
Still has a job?
Yes, still has a job, being asked about potential return of a player that's still on their team.
Harbaugh. John.
Well, he's under contract for 3 more years. You can ask the GM tomorrow. And then asked again, and he prickly answers, you can ask the GM tomorrow. I'm not the personnel. I'm not in charge of personnel. Very agitated.
Head coach with a job.
Yep.
Bruce Arians.
Nope.
Well, that's a good one.
In regards to a very big name player.
Belichick.
It's
Nope.
a head coach, so it's not McVay.
Well,
He wouldn't-
Belichick's everything.
McVay wouldn't talk like that.
Yeah. A coach that clearly is at odds with
Is the team
personnel.
been eliminated?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know who the Bears coach is.
It is not the Bears coach.
Matt Nagy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Giants don't have a coach.
Very prominent free agent offensive skill position player.
Free agent. Said he's under contract for 3 years.
Well, no. The player that they're talking about has only played for this team for 1 year.
Well, let's see. It's not the Raiders because they're not at odds yet. It's not the Rams because McVay wouldn't say some shit
And it's
like
an
that.
offensive player.
Yep.
Because I was
It's
thinking one of
not
those
the
cornerbacks.
Cardinals.
Ramsey.
It's not the the Jaguars did keep their head coach, but it's not them.
Jets.
Yes. And
Le'Veon Bell.
in regards to Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. And he goes on to say...
I got something after this. So.
He already was they were already beefing.
Yes. He goes on to say, I think that was a conversation we had a couple weeks ago. We talked about looking at some of the stuff they did in Pittsburgh and talking through some of the things that he's comfortable with in the run game. I can go back to him and we can talk through that stuff when we get back in the spring. So you acquired Le'Veon Bell, and you just decided to wait until December to look at what he did in Pittsburgh to try to incorporate him into your offense.
And it's clear the head coach never wanted him.
That whole thing was an abortion. I don't know.
I love that. I love that he held out for an entire season to go eat shit for a year.
Yeah.
I fucking love. I do. I absolutely love it.
Well, what do you expect as a player when you go
All
to
of
the
it.
Jets? Like, what
All
the
of
fuck?
it. I love every fucking step of it.
So
I love that Pittsburgh got decent without him or Ben.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing.
Or
All of it.
Antonio.
Yeah, the whole thing.
So real quick, Rob, this is Pro Football Talk. Robert at 11:57 this morning. Robert Salah, only 49ers assistant, currently slated to interview with the Browns. There have been reports that the Browns are interested in speaking to 3 members of the 49ers, but it appears that only one of them is currently scheduled. With that,
I heard that it may be like if they hire Salah, they want one of those other 2 guys to be
Okay.
the OC.
Yeah. Okay. With that said,
Like even though they would ask for the interview as a head coach, it's because it has to. I mean,
Yep.
they could still hire them because they're technically not offensive coordinators for us, even though they do that job.
right? Yeah, I got you.
Because Shanahan's the play caller and they're not.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, Pro Football Talk also gave out their most valuable player, coach of the year, and the 49ers took 2 of those this year, with comeback player being Jimmy G and defensive rookie of the year being Bosa. So, our hate for Florio, they were forced to give some credit this year.
He also gave executive of the year to the
Ravens. Yes.
How do you choose? How
And
could
the
you
coach, to
possibly
Harbaugh.
justify executive of the year as the Ravens over John Lynch, who just drafted Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel, and he acquired in this offseason Quan Alexander, D Ford,
Because the
and
only thing this league sees is quarterbacks.
yeah, but
That's why.
But Lamar Jackson was drafted 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Yep.
He's not a rookie.
Yep.
Makes no sense.
That's bullshit.
There's
Makes
a-
absolutely no sense.
Definitely, whatever.
All right, so this is next mystery quote. This is a current owner in the league. I don't expect you guys to know owners' names. You could just say team. So the quote goes, "The idea that we made decisions to try to be bad on purpose is ridiculous. We were a team with an aging roster and the most dead salary cap money in the NFL, so we knew that we needed to build it from the ground up, and that's what drove the decisions."
Dolphins.
Yes. Now, your decisions that you made were trading your 2 best players on your team that were young.
Yeah, that's the questionable moves are Fitzpatrick.
And Laramie Tunsil.
And those are the 2 questionable ones. Some of the other stuff made sense.
Kenny
Yeah.
Stills.
But
That was easy.
And the fact that they at the end of the year, I mean, they ended up with 5 wins.
Yeah.
And they beat the Patriots
Yeah.
in Week 17. And now they have the world in front of them with their draft. It really didn't work out that bad in the
No,
long run.
but
if they were in the same position but had Fitzpatrick and Tunsil, they might look even better.
Those are 2 of the best players at their
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
And they're young. They're still on their rookie contract.
And also, in a draft, you don't normally hit on all of them. So some of those first-round draft picks are not going to be
no,
hits.
they're going to
So
be
it's-
misses. All right, so moving on to, this is a current coach in the league.
Head coach?
When asked, yes, head coach. When asked if his team could win with another quarterback, and he goes, "With another quarterback? Oh yeah. If we could win with this one, we can definitely win with another one too."
Holy shit.
Arians.
Yep.
Yeah,
Holy
I knew
About
that.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, my bad. I
Wow.
knew that.
Yeah.
And he's been the biggest supporter of Jameis.
Well, he's also a straight shooter. He goes on to say, when somebody asks about Winston's season, he goes, "So much good and so much outright terrible."
Wow. Because
Yeah.
he's been the supporter saying, it's not all his fault. Stop blaming him.
Yeah. But Winston, as
What
you
a backhanded fucking thing
may
to
or
say,
may
though.
not know, is up for a contract. His rookie deal's over. His 5th-round option's already been exhausted. So he is technically a free agent.
Wow.
So
if we can win with this one,
We can win with another one for sure.
It's so fucking shitty.
Yep. All right, so this is a... How do I word this? An injured player that we haven't seen in a little while. "I still have dreams of getting back to where I was and getting back out there. This has been a crazy ride with a lot of unforeseen turns, but without a doubt, that is still my goal."
Doug Peterson?
Player.
Injured head coach.
Injured head coach.
See something he might say.
Brutal injury.
Yeah, it's got to be nasty.
Alex Smith.
Yep.
Wow.
I only know that because of brutal injury.
Yeah.
It's the only one I could think of in recent time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying.
How long is that contract with that team?
I don't know.
Do you see they got a head coach and an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, they hired Ron Rivera
Jack Del
It's
Rio.
and
still-
Jack Del Rio.
Did
They're
they
going-
hire a new owner?
Nope. Still the
Yeah.
same
I
owner.
mean, I'd
but
love-
they did fire Bruce Allen.
Yeah, true. I'd like to see Alex go to like Miami, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, be the guy with an incoming.
I would love to see Alex go to Chicago
Yeah, anywhere.
with a team that already has a contending roster.
Yeah.
All they need is a quarterback.
I mean, if Miami won 5 with fucking whoever the hell was Fitzpatrick, right?
I
And
mean,
then the guy from Arizona.
did you guys
Yeah.
see that the GM of Chicago has verbally committed to Mitch Trubisky being the starting quarterback
Oh,
next year
God.
already?
Good luck with that.
I know, say one thing and do another. You can't really hold anybody's words against that. You can, but you can't. And
Oof.
how could you honestly say that after the year he had? He's fucking brutal. He's terrible. All right, so here's another one. This is a current wide receiver in the NFL. I guess you could just guess the team if you want to. You give us probably 24 plays back this season, and I think we're above 500. He wants 24 plays back, and they go above 500
Oh,
record,
that's awesome.
which tells you
Yeah.
no, but good guess.
Browns?
No, not the Browns.
Steelers?
Nope.
24 plays.
Yeah, 24 plays. You want 24 plays back. Hey,
Amari Cooper?
No. You know how many plays the Niners need back to have a perfect season?
3.
Fucking 3. So, fuck your 24.
24.
Jets?
No.
I'm just trying to think of where delusion rides high.
Oh, it's even more delusional.
Bengals?
The Jets know their shit.
Team from Washington?
Nope.
Not the Bengals?
Nope. It's a storied franchise that's
Denver?
very arrogant. No.
Washington?
But they're terrible right now. Nope.
Storied franchise that's terrible right now.
But
Chicago?
still arrogant. Nope.
Dallas?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of under 500. Because there's so many fitting, Oakland,
Yep.
Pittsburgh, but storied.
Colts? I don't know what their record was.
New York Giants.
Yes.
Oh.
That was Golden Tate.
I didn't think they were anywhere
Golden-
close to being 500.
Golden
That's why I didn't guess
They're
them.
not. That's why they're
Yeah.
24 plays away from 500.
Yeah, but
That's
they would've
not
need-
even close.
They would have needed 224. I don't fuck.
I mean, if give every team 24
of their worst plays
well,
as a do-over.
Well, 24 plays you want to change, right?
Yeah.
So take any team in the league
Yep.
and give them 24 punt return touchdowns.
Yep.
They're probably above 500.
Yep.
And probably in the playoffs.
Yep. All right, last one. This is a current player talking about his coach. He's like a computer, and we need someone to translate for us.
I know this.
He talks really fast. There's a lot of line all over the papers and stuff like that. I mean, it all makes sense, but he talks really fast sometimes.
This is exactly who you think it is.
No.
If you don't know,
It does sound like a Harbaugh. Raiders. What's his name? Chucky.
Nope.
He's like a computer. He talks really fast. Sean McVay.
Nope. Good guess, though.
Is it the guy from Arizona?
Nope.
Need a translator. Oh, that's amazing.
Some have said he's an offensive genius. Bueller.
Is it gonna be Shanahan?
Yep.
Oh, see, I didn't see the team talking
Yeah.
like that about him.
Yeah, that was Kittle on the Rich Eisen show.
Oh.
Yep.
See, that makes it a little more believable because the way Kittle talks.
Yeah.
But like, it seemed like a negative when it.
No,
when,
it was a positive.
When it's read as a script, though, it sounds like a negative. Like when
Right.
you're just reading the words, because it sounds like they're saying he talks too fast or.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got for mystery quotes. So we could move on to reviewing our bold NFL.
I figured the season's over. These were regular season predictions.
Yep, bold NFL regular season predictions and bold 49ers predictions too, right?
Yeah, they're both
Okay.
there.
So, NFL predictions. I predicted that our leading receiver would not be George Kittle. That was not correct. George Kittle had 85 catches for 1,053 yards, but Deebo Samuel not that far behind him with 57 catches for 802 yards.
He put it on.
I like how
Kittle also missed, 3 games?
I like how Rob's the only one to get one here.
So Joe predicted that Matt Breida would have 1,000 yards rushing and 750 yards receiving.
Can we talk about how Kittle played fucking 13 games and had over 1,000?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if he played 16,
Can we talk about
He might
that?
have set that record
There's
again.
still
he might have
people-
led the league in fucking yards.
Can you believe there's still people out there that think Travis Kelce's the
Yeah,
best tight
get
end
out.
in the NFL?
No, there's not.
Yeah.
There's haters out there. There's no person in the fucking world that knows anything about football that watches the two of them and thinks that he's better. They're just haters.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no other answer for that.
Yep.
There's also people that don't think Tom Brady's the best quarterback.
Right.
Okay, you're just a hater.
Yep.
Like, we don't have to like him, but he's the best quarterback.
Yep. All right, so Joe had Breida at 1,000 yards rushing and 750 yards receiving. Breida had 623 yards rushing and 120 yards receiving. Rob predicted that the 49ers win the West.
What's crazy when I was typing this down is that at the time that was a bold prediction.
Yeah.
Like, that's what was crazy about
Yep.
it. Like, I was like, that was considered bold at the time. And then about halfway through the season, it was assumed that we were going to win.
My most optimistic view for us this season.
Oh, we'll see your most optimistic view when we get down to the next predictions. Because you said 10 wins
Yeah.
would win the West.
All right, so finishing off Chris's bold 49ers prediction. Breida and Coleman each get over 1,500 yards rushing.
No, you didn't.
No, we very much made sure to clarify.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, wait, both of them?
I made it very bold.
Had they done that, I think we'd be 16-0.
Yeah.
But
it was
they
bold.
They did not do it.
It was the boldest prediction.
So 1,500 each. That didn't happen.
I would say in order of boldness, Chris was the most bold.
Yep.
Joe was second most bold, and then yours, I might have been the least bold.
Yeah.
To be fair.
So the not 1,500 each. 623 and 544 respectively.
How about in the NFC? If you rank them, they're back to back.
Oh wow.
Pretty wild.
All right. So 49ers. That was our 49ers predictions. Now
Oh,
we're
yeah, I
going
switched
to
them. My bad.
NFL predictions. My NFL bold prediction was 10 wins in the NFC West. Or 10 wins was going to win the NFC West, and that the Rams would win 8 or less games. The results: 13 games won the NFC West, and the Rams finished 9-7.
Not far off. The 13 is what.
13 is far off.
That was a
but
big
yeah.
surprise.
The Rams, leading up to this year, they were my stinker team, and although they finished out strong, they looked like a stinker team early on. A little bit of Super Bowl hangover. Joe's NFL prediction was the Bears don't win the North. There's 8 massive retirements this season, and then one of them gets caught in a sex scandal. Well,
I like where my head was at.
the Bears finished 8-8 in third place in the North, and the rest is yet to be seen.
See,
Now, as I was typing this one, I think I remember this at the time too. Like, how bold is it to say the Bears won't win the North?
yeah, it doesn't
Like
seem
to say the Packers won't win the North.
Yeah.
That's kind of bold.
It doesn't
Yeah.
seem ridiculous. I mean, doesn't seem bold.
No,
Like,
you got much more bold in the second half of your prediction.
I may be
And
kinda-
Massive retirement.
Not only did you get more bold, you got very specific.
I can't wait to see who gets caught up in this sex scandal. I was clearly spot on about the Bears, so we'll see.
All right, so Rob's NFL bowl prediction: the Dolphins don't win a game. Dolphins won 5 games.
Yeah,
Okay,
way off.
and Chris's bold NFL prediction was Brady most interceptions of his career. He had 8, which was tied for 4th best in his career. He had 11 last year.
Just put money on our lines, not our predictions.
All right, so that was fun. Going on to Shoe Slinger.
No, I don't shoe sling when there's not a game.
I debunk. So
I'm not doing it. So good luck.
we got Antonio Brown, the Browns organization, the team from Washington.
I'm not doing it. There's no game next week. I'm not making fun of someone that we're not playing against. I'm just not.
I
Sorry.
think that when you see this option,
I'm not doing it.
you're going to.
Okay.
You don't know his personality, obviously.
Yeah, like I don't care who you bring
Yeah,
up.
if you put up a child rapist, he'd be like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. It's like,
Let's just see how it goes.
Just out of stubbornness.
Well, then you don't have to. You just sit there. We'll make fun of this dickweed.
okay, you do it then.
dickweed.
You do it.
There's an old term you don't hear all that often.
Cheese dick.
This guy is so unbelievably ugly. How could we not? Right there, bottom left. No.
That's right.
All right, we are currently looking
Your
at
other left. Brunsky.
Jacob Johnson.
He messed it up. It was this picture.
Patriots. I think he's a fullback. I mean,
Kind of looks like someone I'm almost related to, so I gotta be
his
careful.
face doesn't even look real. It literally looks like
I'll talk to you about that.
he looks like you would find him in a wax museum.
There's something going on with the UPS driver and Jessica. You know the UPS driver?
Okay.
Like, aggressive to the point where I might have to get involved.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I got no problem with this guy, Steve. You know I don't. He's a nice guy. I think he's Indian, though. Like Red Dot Indian.
What?
It's,
Red Dot Indian?
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
In his face. Right in that face right there. I see
don't
Osama.
know.
I see
know what you
Osama
see
bin
in that
Laden.
face.
Also, Jacob with a K is a little odd.
Chris said it, German.
He's German?
No, well, Jacob, spelt like that, is German, I think is what he's saying.
Germany.
His native.
Returned to his native Germany.
Very interesting.
But I'm telling you, he came from India before that.
I can see it.
Okay.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
I'm sure he's Hindi.
I don't even know what position he plays. Is he a fullback?
Yeah.
So he was from Germany, but did he go to college in the United States?
Let's get the Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
University of Tennessee.
Of course.
Yeah, fullback. Okay.
And he went to Ribault High School. Early life. He played for the
Born in
Stuttgart
Stuttgart.
Scorpions.
Look at that.
So his career statistics as of 2019: 1 reception, 5 yards.
All right, this guy means nothing to any of us, so fuck him. What's next?
Emails.
Emails.
There's a lot.
Okay. So I'll do the thing. Please email us, goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. Follow our Instagram page at goldbloodedpodcast.
Matters.
Patreon, donations. Get those in. Patreon.com/goldbloodedpodcast. There is a Twitter that Curran occasionally logs into, at goldbloodedpod. And keep bringing the heat. I mean, you guys definitely filled up our inbox after a win like this. We don't have a game to cover next week, so we are definitely going to need your help. Please email us, goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. And send emails like this one. The title is Game and Flashback. And keep in mind, this is before the Seattle game, after the Rams game.
comes.
The author is Matt Matterson. Hey, crew. I'm typing my thoughts on the game with email because I found gems or gold-blooded gold. It is going to be a lengthy audio full of GBP gold. Man, if the Niners lost, I know who to blame for the blame game. Before Jimmy's deep pass to Sanders, I thought a deep pass would be nice. It happened, and it couldn't been well executed if Jimmy didn't have protection. Offensive Beast of the Week goes to Kittles and Bits, Kittles and Bits.
Oh, this is after last week's game, to
Right.
be clear.
Correct. Defensive Beast of the Week goes to Steady Freddy. Seattle 24, San Francisco 28. The flashback audio is highlights of, and the audio ends with the first shoe slinger, Mike Glennon, starting quarterback for the Bucs at the time. Thanks for the info, Steve. In this episode, it was recorded after the Niners beat Seattle by 2 points. The game was in California, and Steve and Chris traveled to see the game in California. They came back the day before episode 16 was recorded, and Steve brought more heat than Joe. Don't get me wrong, Joe brought heat, but Steve had more. Also, this happens earlier in the show where Rob didn't have a personal microphone, so he was there with them listening in the background.
In the corner.
Hopefully this brings holiday joy to everyone. To quote Joey I in the older episodes, happy holidays, you boots. I am out, really.
All right, how lengthy we talking here?
I think it was like 4 minutes.
Oh.
It's not
Okay.
I was thinking like 45.
Couldn't get so lucky. Nope.
Well, it's playing. I don't hear anything.
Oh no.
Dead air!
Matterson, what are you sending us
It
here?
started before.
It's not playing. Let me reload.
It started before.
No.
Oh. Oh.
I have some too, but I put those to the side for
Steve.
for my team. I wish the Gold Blooded podcast was at full strength this weekend.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No, we have adult responsibilities, you know.
I have some too, but I put those to the side for
Steve.
for my team.
All right, Steve.
We can downgrade the excitement of the show with the injury report, which you so hold dear every single week.
Well, no, you hold it dear. I enjoy making fun of you about it because, it sucks.
I gotta say, that fake 12th man that somehow just showed up 2 years ago, where were you 3 years ago? You don't even know who your quarterback was. Supposedly, they're the most loyal and diehard fan base that spent way too much money on a plane.
I meant to bring this up earlier. I'm glad that he said that. Do you know that fucking team retired the number 12
I
jersey?
didn't.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That is the most obvious ploy to get their fans more hyped than they really are.
And to buy jerseys,
Get
the
the
whole thing.
fuck
Yeah, it's
out of
fucking
here.
whack.
They
Agreed.
retired
I didn't know
it?
That. I didn't know that. That's
Are you
corny.
fucking kidding me?
That's
Yep.
real corny.
That is the most bullshit. First of all, when the Seahawks rolled into San Francisco, were there people lining the streets chanting for them?
no.
No, there fucking wasn't.
Where are the real?
When you see the Seahawks play in Philadelphia, is there going to be fucking Seahawks chants happening?
Nope.
No fucking chance.
You-
Get the fuck out of here with that.
If I was a
First
pl-
of all, the Steelers travel much better. The
Oh, yeah.
Steelers fans, way more national than the
Yeah.
fucking Seahawks.
Cowboys.
And Niners fans, we went to 2 home games.
Yeah.
One of them was with a fucking contender that's probably the best team in the league.
Yep.
Fuck out of
If
here.
I-
Retired the number.
If I was a player, if I was a quarterback, and I got traded or something, in
12
Seattle,
or I quit.
I would. No fucking doubt. 12 or I retire. Fuck this. You give me 12 or I'm the fuck out
That
of
is
here.
the grossest thing
Yeah,
I've ever
I
heard.
agree. I concur.
It's very fucking disgusting. Sorry, Matters.
Back to Matterson.
And that had of no significance whatsoever.
Well-
It sounds a lot like the Seattle fans last year, where all they cared about was beating us in Week 15 last year and Week 2 this year. Now, Kaepernick, yeah, he had a decent game against one of the NFL's top defenses, but I can't preach it enough. He's got to look for his checkdowns more. I don't know how many times Gore was just open.
Steve, you really sound like you've been schooled on some football. You're talking like a real professional here today. Scroll his checkdowns.
I didn't say scroll his checkdowns. I said check for his checkdowns for Gore because he's always open. You know, just right when I'm about to build up some momentum to make a decent point, I just, you know what, Joe, you're counterproductive on this show.
Good.
Rob, you want to take over?
No.
It's
Nothing has
really good.
changed.
That's all you got for me.
Hey, 49er faithful, the defense is really good.
We actually, if you weren't informed by Joe or anyone else in the past couple of weeks, this defense is pretty good. No, Seattle definitely took advantage of Willis in coverage. The two long plays to the tight
It
end,
was nice to see a
Wilson.
couple sacks, you know, Ray McDonald.
I was about right when I say negative, Joe just comes in with a positive and cuts me off completely.
Nobody wants to hear you. You're about the injury report. You're about, you know.
Oh, you're telling me I'm not upbeat? You're telling me I went out to San Francisco with a negative attitude while you stayed here and pussyfooted at work?
I got a lot of work done, babe.
I'm sure you did. I hope you did.
Listen,
and if
I'm
you don't
on-
get that promotion that you're working on, I'm going to slap you.
I'm on
because
my-
you missed a hell of a trip. And it's even
So
funnier that
bad.
they say the refs won us the game than when they had the worst ref
The
call in the history of the NFL.
I want the replacement refs back at this point. I'm pretty sure the 4 of us could be a better officiating crew.
Oh, you thought they did a bad job? I mean,
All the way around
listen,
in the
they
NFL.
let a lot of stuff
Did you see
go.
the end of that Vikings game?
I didn't see anything this weekend,
Steve,
Joe.
go back and rewatch it.
I was actually at the game, like you weren't, supporting my team.
Good joke, Steve. But you didn't have sex with any
Yeah,
locals.
Paid an absurd amount
Yeah,
of money.
locals. You didn't have sex with these 2 studs. Why not? I wasn't there.
But I did pay an absurd amount of money in an adult entertainment center. I've regretted
You
it.
paid for sex?
We come back to an inch of snow, which almost caused Chris not to come tonight. Maybe I just
remember
Daddy
that.
and company. But
Well,
you know what? You punked out.
don't blame your sexual woes on me having to
But you
work.
punked out.
Marijuana's legal. Everything's screwed up in Denver. Peyton Manning.
Oh, you wouldn't be happy to go somewhere where marijuana's legal?
No, I mean, it's legal everywhere. Where is it not legal?
Well, then why did you just say that?
I don't know, Steve. What are you breaking my stones for? Pick the defensive
Because
piece
it's
of
fun.
it. All right.
He's got to go.
Maybe we do a little vote on the Instagram. If you want to vote me out, I could stop coming here on Tuesdays. Maybe
What is this, Survivor on CBS?
Maybe we could get Matt Matterson. We could patch him in, and he could be your new online host.
All right, Joe. Now you
Amen to that.
You like to make fun of the opposing quarterback. So what do you think of Mike Glennon?
That's not their quarterback. Like, what are the blonde people? Not a ginger, but the albino. He's like a retarded albino. Sorry. That one. That's a winner. What do I think about Mike Glennon? I think the Niners are 10-4. Here, I'll give you my score prediction right now. 96-0. Hey, Niner faithful, be fearful. Mike Glennon, the albino, is coming for you.
All right. Well, that was a weird little throwback. Steve, how'd that make you feel?
I don't know. I'm indifferent. I'm sitting here 5 years later realizing nothing's changed.
Not a fucking thing. I mean, a little bit has changed, but not much.
Steve has definitely grown into someone that knows way more football over this time.
Yeah,
you were like, what are you, a professional? Because you said scroll the checkdowns. And now he's like, got defenses figured out.
Yeah. Well, they were the 4-3.
He's drawn plays with X's and O's.
And
You thought scroll the checkdowns was like next level.
Whoa! All right, next. Thank you, Matterson. Another fine episode of Love from the Past with your host, Matt Matterson.
Blast from the past.
Love.
Love from the past.
Next email is from Anthony Scott. Jesus Christ. Do It To Me, Baby is the title. Holy shit, what the fuck did I just watch? That was ugly as hell, but we won, goddammit. Do we know what game this is in reference to?
This is after the Rams game before Seattle.
Okay. Oh, baby. That's
We recorded on Sunday instead of Wednesday. I think it fucked some people
right.
up.
Yeah. That was ugly as hell, but we won, goddammit. Oh, baby. That's what the heart of a champion looks like. Last week I wrote that I don't care about the 1 seed, which was dumb, of course. I was trying to say that since we don't have playoff experience, having a first-round bye could derail our momentum. With that said, we could use the rest to heal our injuries. But guess what? Things are lining up perfectly now. Just beat those diseased birds and take the 1 seed. Fuck those dirty seagulls. We're going to beat them. Beat them. 1 game for all the marbles against the NFL team I despise the most. I'm having a one-man party that night, boys. I hope Sherman orally penetrates his old team and releases Degoo. This game is going to be the truest test ever about who has the biggest cock. We do, we will, they're done, they're dead, gold-blooded murder. All right, Anthony Scott. I feel like that's going to be read back in a court. I feel like it's going to be read back in a court case.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah. All right, Barrett Mueller says, saddle the fuck up. First the division, now the conference.
No.
No.
No?
Barrett Mueller, superstitions.
Nope. Sorry, wrong one there. Wrong one.
Superstitions.
I gotcha.
I have only 2.
Superstitions I followed when it came to sports. During the San Francisco Baseball Giants 2014 playoff run, I would play In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins before every game. I don't wash my favorite Willis jersey during the season. I will once the season for us is officially over.
Now, do you wash your jersey if they win the Super Bowl?
I wash my jersey.
good question.
I don't think so.
I wash
frame
my,
it.
No,
To
you
make
gotta
sure
wear it next year.
No, you frame it to make sure it never gets washed again.
Yeah, there you go.
I wash my jersey when it needs to be cleaned. I don't care about. Matt Matterson response. Hey, just to be clear. No?
You're right. Chris is all over the road tonight.
Okay. Hey, just to be clear. When I said that I am like a certain character in Good Morning Vietnam, I was trying to toot my own horn by saying that I am funnier than that character. I do need to double check my emails before sending it because I can hear my mistakes when Joe reads them. Thanks for the compliment in your review, Mr. McDangerface. I like how he called him Mr. McDangerface.
Automatic response. Thank you for the clarification.
Yes, no question.
Okay.
I love that. Just to be clear, is the line, so it puts that in
Yeah.
there.
Thanks for the clarification.
All right, Anthony Scott, number dose.
I like his font.
So big.
He's got a good font.
We appreciate it.
He's got a good font for a projector.
Wait till you see. There's another odd font coming too. Holy shit, we did it. What now, haters? Fuck you. Niners ain't playing games, dog. We here. Number 1 seed. Let that sink in. The Super Bowl is no guarantee, but I'll worry about that in 2 weeks. Not one, because we're better than you. Glorious day, gentlemen. Fuck the NFL. Fuck the Seahawks. Fuck the NFC, AFC, everyone. If you don't rock the red and gold, you're worthless. Celebrate. Drink. Fuck your bitches. Do whatever. Us loyal fans deserve it.
I will say that's the best part of the bye week is a week of not stressing at the end of a fucking football game.
Yep.
Because those recently have been terrible.
Yeah, maybe a break in the action.
Yeah,
with
just
fucking.
we get a week off to let our fucking blood pressure go down.
Let my heart rest
Yeah,
a bit.
and then fucking go into the divisional round with a nice fucking easy win that feels like a win the whole fucking game and not just half the game.
Agreed. A full 4 quarters. A full 60 minutes. Bear Mueller, saddle the fuck up. First the division, now the conference. Am I wrong on this?
No, you're right.
Okay. Next the fucking world. This is our reality. We're letting the rest of these overhyped yuppies live in it. Go Niners, motherfuckers. All right. Matt Matterson, number 17. Final game of the season. I recorded the first 17 seconds of the audio during the game.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
The Seahawks needed help after losing running backs, but Lynch and Homer wasn't enough.
Homer.
Go Niners, beat those desperate birds. Oh yes, I say desperate. I'm talking about their recent pickup, bringing back Marshawn Lynch and the Turban. Oh, Seattle screwed it up. Seattle screwed it up with one delay of game penalty. One delay of game penalty. Man, that was awesome. First round bye, home field advantage. Now we got to get to worry about the playoffs. I'm gonna hold off of offense and defensive beast of the year when they're done. Hopefully that's gonna be after the Super Bowl when they win. That said, offensive beast of the week. Kittle made some nice plays. Raheem Mostert made a couple nice touchdowns. And Deebo Samuel made a nice touchdown too. I'm going to give it to Deebo Samuel. I don't think I gave him offensive beast of the week this season. I'm going to give it to him. He made the first touchdown of the game. Deebo. Defensive beast of the week goes to oh man, it's tough. I am going to give defensive beast of the week to Nick Bosa. I mean, there was not a lot of sacks, but he made some nice tackles. It was tough to put pressure on Wilson, but when they did, they were successful. That said, now we have to wait till who plays in the playoffs, so I'm not going to say anything. I am out, really.
All right, Matt, thank you for the insight and the picks. All right. Carlos Garcia, Pito. Feels great, baby. How would you say it?
What did you say?
Pedo.
At least he didn't add any extra letters.
No.
Just took him out this time.
I figured he would say Pietro.
Yeah.
Something.
Petro. Oh, there's no R in there.
Since when does that stop you? All of a sudden we're concerned about letters?
Well, Carlos.
Ron Riverton?
Carlos.
Al Riverton?
My favorite referee. Carlos says, Dear Gold-Blooded Podcast, I've been wanting to email the crew all season long.
Well, what's stopping you?
Each time the Niners won a game, I wanted to brag and trash talk to everyone I saw. I chose to stay humbled because a small part of me didn't quite believe how good the Niners were doing. So after the 3-0 start, I circled the first Seahawk matchup and said if we finally beat them, I'm going to declare us the motherfucking champions. But we lost. I knew in my heart we won that game, so I waited and circled the Ravens game. That loss, too, showed us nothing. So I waited till the second Seahawk matchup. In my heart, I always knew it would come down to this matchup, and it did not disappoint. Now we are the motherfucking NFC West champs. Every loss was a learning experience. So I wanted to say I love you guys and congrats on your winning picks this year. My girlfriend has an 8-year-old son, and he has fallen in love with sports since I started dating her. But last year, he chose the Seahawks as his team. Oh. We watched a game together last night, and he started crying. Good. Good.
8-year-old.
I'm over here screaming for joy, and I see tears flowing through his eyes. It brought me back to the Niners Super Bowl loss. I wanted to give him a special shout-out. Mason Fox, I know the team you're a fan of lost, but I'm so proud of you for learning how sports are played. And I may be a Niner fan for life, but I'll always be your number one fan. Love, Carlos. Man, that pussy got you fucked up, son.
First of all, okay, you've done a terrible job.
Yeah, oh yeah, of being a stepfather.
Being a stepfather.
Oh yeah.
If you let this poor young man
be a Seahawks fan.
You
failed, kid.
You're gonna have to turn him around.
Yeah, you failed this child.
What you should have done
is brought him to Just Joe's house.
Put that game, put his fandom on the line. Let him know, hey, if the Seahawks win, you can continue.
Hey, you want to keep
coming to the dark side.
You want to keep living in a house with a roof over your head? That's how it should have been handled. And then,
well, I'm not going to go that far because I'm not sexist. It could be possible that the mother's putting the roof over their head.
Fair enough. But I think probably what should have happened is we should get him and Just Joe together, and they should let Just Joe's kids kind of give this kid a little.
Maybe Mason Fox needs to learn a little bit about puppy cunts.
About how to parent.
Little puppy cunt education.
So now let's.
Although I will say this, I have stated that I feel like football is a sport where your kids can like a different team because it's just different. Like baseball, if my kids like a team that's not the Red Sox, they're going to have to live somewhere else.
Hey!
But football, as long as it's not in the division, I think it's okay.
I'm going to say conference, but what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, that would be a lot easier if it was the other conference.
For sure. All right, so now we're going to...
I don't know why, it just feels that way.
Now we're going to check in with a proper parent, Just Joe Bro. He says, can you smell those tears in Seattle? Cry me a river. Isn't that funny how this guy just said his kid was crying?
I'm going to start this off real quick by saying this. To everybody out there, especially the Seahawks fans, but everyone else hating on how they didn't call a pass interference on Fred Warner, you know what? They weren't calling holding on your goddamn offensive line the whole damn game, especially in the fourth quarter. They were holding the whole damn game. I mean, it was obvious. I was seeing it left and right. My freaking mother-in-law, who's a Raiders fan, was seeing it. Other people were seeing it. But yet, now all of a sudden, people want to cry and complain about how freaking, what's that? I wanted to call him Higbee. That's how irrelevant Higbee. Remember Higbee? Freaking trying to compare him to Kittle. But anyways, Hollister or Holster or whatever, how he ran into freaking Fred Warner. I mean, he ran into him like he was going to block. And now they want, that should have been a pass interference. No. The freaking refs came out and said, no. Now, I'll tell you this. Now, if that would have been us, I would have been like, that was a pass interference. But you know what? That's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm just freaking excited, man. Drake Greenlaw, beast of the month. I ain't that beast of the week. That boy beast of the month. Debo is on point. Okay, I got to say something real quick. Debo's on point, but I want to say this. I'm not feeling Coleman. I'm not feeling Tevin Coleman at all. He does nothing in the game. Nothing. I'm not feeling him. I haven't been feeling him. And on another note, Witherspoon, what happened? He was having, a great season. Now? But then again, that DK Metcalf, that dude's a freaking beast. Like, he's tall as hell, and he's a beast. You know what I mean? So, I'm just going to say this. We are the champions, my friend. do. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. Do. We won, baby. Oh, man, let's go all day, every day, even on the weekend. Okay.
I like hearing the chaos in the background.
Don't worry, I think the follow-up's coming.
Oh, you know it is. Next email is on and on and on. We are the champions. Just Joe, bro.
Woo! Let's go, Niners! Faithful! Bang, bang! Niner gang!
I like the
Best
remix.
freaking podcast there is.
Just Joe, bro,
Right.
remix.
With Steve and Joe and Rob and Chris. Woo! But we are the champions. Oh yeah, we're the champions. We're going to the Super Bowl, baby. Woo! We are the champions. Joe. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. Steve. We are the champions, Rob. We are the champions. Right skill. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Puppy Cunts. Woo!
Celebration,
Oh, gotta be
bitches.
quiet. The 49ers are NFC West Divisional Champion, sitting at the number 1 seed. What you know about that? Woo! Let's go! Let's go!
I love that he sang at the first recording and was like, nope,
No,
not enough.
I'm bringing it back, yeah.
And he dropped a bronze skill.
Instead of Chris, it was so perfect.
Well, do we have timestamps on those? How far apart were those two?
7 seconds.
Oh, were they?
I don't know.
The time it took to get LimeWire fired up to download the
Okay,
song.
so the first one, 7:44 p.m. Second one is 7:45 p.m.
Yeah. As soon as he hit end recording, he was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I gotta
Wait
do
a
this proper. Next email is from Michael Bonin.
Michael Bonin.
This one is not appreciated.
No, it's not. but it's not his fault. If you go up, maybe it is. Fuck it.
We got a faded font.
He says,
that's actually easier.
holy girthy
Yeah, highlight.
fucking shit.
This might be easier for you.
It's not. I am here to declare that Jesus Christ is back, baby. He's got brown hair, a strapping beard, and a horse cock. As I sit back with my rig and enjoy some of Cali's finest, all I could see is the tackle replaying over and over in my brain. All I thought was how easy it was to see the space between the ball and the plane because of Hollister's bitchy white skin. Finally, a stop. I did not think my heart was going to withstand one set of 4 downs. But when that prick whistle got down to the 1 yard line, it was just about 100% in my mind that the papers tomorrow were going to read Lynch scores twice to lead the Hawks. But now I'm hoping he just gets lynched. Ooh, yikes. Sorry, but fuck, I hate him. And fucking Russ and all his goddamn scrambling ability. What the fuck is with the play clock, by the way? Happened to us earlier in the game, and I remember you guys talking in a previous episode about the coach needing to ask for the clocks to be reset. What the fuck? Kind of jungle gym bullshit rules is that? Can only imagine how everybody else felt, but for myself, I saw it one too many times from Seattle. Our last possession made me fucking nauseated. I hate to say a bad word about the man, but Debo ran right into the fucking block leading to that personal foul on our O lineman. I thought my blood pressure was going to collapse my heart after this play. As Russ began driving, it was a done deal in my mind. I was up in full junkie pace mode. Just fucking agonizing. I don't know what to say about the Warner no call other than anybody who doesn't like it can fucking suck on my gooch. It's our time, baby. Let's get it. Till next time. P.S. God bless Drake Greenlaw. Karma slapped its big dick right down on the table for his heroism back in college with that chick in distress. Truly amazing. If you're ever in the 585, hit a brother up for a cold beer and some frosty flour. P.S.S. My only 49er superstition is watching all the games with the old man. I used to wear one of those gold nugget helmet hat things, but last time it was worn was week 3 of last season. So before that game ended, I took a piss on it and lit it with a match. Sleep tight, you cunt muscles. Hope this was girthy enough for you. All right, that was quite the whatever. Final email from Gustavo Sanchez, right? Laying down the law. Dre motherfucking Greenlaw, thank you for going high and not low. Holy shit, I thought it was Atlanta all over again. Man, when they got the ball back, but we did it and clinched that first round bye and home field advantage. So let's talk first round playoffs since we should be paying attention to the results. Every year there's a massive upset first round, and I think this year will be Philly over Seattle. No explanation, just gut feeling. Either fuck them. Hope your holidays were good, Gold-Blooded Crew, and look forward to another year of amazing content from you guys. All right, that is it for emails. So make sure to get your emails in because next week will be a little light in the fucking loafers. With that said...
Speak for yourself.
Whatever. With that said, fuck everybody, especially the other 8 teams playing this weekend. We'll see somebody in a few weeks. And then I'll get a proper shoe slinging in. Playoff shoe slinging.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? Fuck off, everybody. Bye-bye.